Last time on this DIY free Colonial Dollhouse reno, I completed the rooftop deck and turned it into a mini oasis off of the future primary bedroom. I'll link the playlist above and below so you can catch up. Stay to the end to see how an open living room transforms into a cozy vintage entrance with character. Today, we are conquering a tiny but important space, the entry. The original layout did not have an official entry. The front door opens into the living room. After much wallpaper scraping, of which I have a whole episode dedicated to that I will link above, we added a wall to create an official foyer and close off the space under the stairs. Right here is the first floor foyer, and the stair is going to be here, and then I'm going to add a little wall right here, and this is going to be a very tiny half bath. The stairs it came with were a bit on the large size, and there was only one set. I wanted 2 staircases in the house, so I ordered a pair off Amazon, which I'll link below. I stained it and added a carpet runner using clearance Christmas ribbon and fray check. Okay, so these are the stairs. This is the ribbon. As it is too wide to be a stair runner. I'm gonna cut it down, but I do want the pattern on the stair runner to be symmetrical, and right now the ribbon is not a symmetrical pattern. So one option is to cut it like this so that we have the line going down the center of the stairs. The other option is to cut off this side so that we have the pattern in the center like this with a different pattern on each edge. And I think I'm going to do that option. So I'm going to cut the wire edging hem off and try to cut it as straight as possible, and then seal the edges with some fray check. I don't want to do any sewing because I want this to lay as flat as possible and not be so thick. I've always wanted a carpet runner and stair rods in our real-sized house, but they are expensive. When I can't do something in our real house, I like to do it in a dollhouse so I can still have it. For the rods, I use these mini dowels, but you can also use toothpicks. I use bullet earring backs and super glue for the end pieces and color them all with a glossy metallic marker. I really love how these turned out. Scrapbooking paper makes great wallpaper, and I particularly like this black and white bunny paper from Hobby Lobby. If you're a fan, you may recognize it because I also used it in a previous dollhouse makeover also featured on this channel. I installed wood floors using cut chapsticks, stained it, and then added little nail holes with a pin tool. For the trim, I use this decorative molding from Home Depot because it's so much cheaper than dollhouse specific trim. I painted them the same green as the exterior. Okay, so I painted all of the door trim after numerous efforts, as you can see over here, lots of miscuts. And then I do have all of the trim ready to glue and install, but as you can see, this room is very narrow and it is very dark and nearly impossible to film anything in this room. I wanted some architectural detailing in the hallway to add interest without taking up valuable floor space, so I added a beadboard-like wall with coffee stir sticks. I use a scrap piece of wood and these little metal hooks for storage and decor. I'm planning on adding the tiniest bathroom under the stairs, so it definitely needed a door for privacy. I created hinges with jewelry headpins by cutting a little channel in the door and then gluing it in place. I drilled holes in the door frame above and the floor beneath so it can actually swivel open and shut. Every front door needs a rug, so I used another piece of ribbon and secured the loose ends with more fray check. I removed the wire edging and extra strands to create a fringe border on each end. Other fun accessories include these deer heads I modernized with a really shiny gold spray paint, and these historic family portraits of the original homeowners and their son. I painted Mod Podge on top to make them look like real paintings. I had some leftover jewelry charms from a craft night, so I added some tiny keys to a jump ring. I also cut some faux flowers and arranged them in this cute little basket, and then it was time to assemble everything together. I absolutely love how this tiny but cozy space turned out. It's warm and welcoming with a vintage touch. Tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite part of this room makeover and what room do you think I should take on next? Bye!